What is good, everybody? It is your boy Super Saiyan Kai back with another Xenoverse 2 video for you guys. Hey, we have the start of a brand new series that's kind of a spin-off from a old series, or something that we used to do pretty much every DLC, and something that people were still asking me about at this point in time, and that is what the top 10 skills for each and every single category, like I usually do after each and every single DLC. I just have not done it for DLC 10, but I decided, you know what, why not just rank every single skill in the game within its own category. So today we're getting it started with the best, or from the worst to best, Strike Ultimates within Xenoverse 2. Strike Ultimates is the category within the game that honestly has by far the least amount of skills. Like, it's not even close. Strike Ultimates, there's only 20 of them in the game, and that is post DLC. I believe DLC's added in like almost 7 or maybe 8 Strike Ultimates. So when this game came out, it only had 12 Strike Ultimates, and now it only has 20. So it really just shows how many options and how limited the strike builds truly can be within this game, which is just very, very sad in my opinion. But we're really just going to jump straight into this video right here, guys, getting it started with the number 20 ranked skill when it comes to the Strike Ultimates in Xenoverse 2. Blue Hurricane is just absolutely awful. Like, the move is just really, really bad. If you get every single hit to land, which we're about to do right here, this move does about 7,000 damage. Watch. 7,026 damage. That's if you get every hit to land, and which means you have to be standing right over your opponent when the move activates. If you activate the move, say right after a stamina break like this, and your opponent is a little bit in front of you and off target, you're not going to get every single hit to land. And as you see, guys, oh, I actually got it to land for the first time right there, but still 7,026 damage. You're not left with much time to do much after that, and again, that's if you get every single hit to land within that combo. 10,839 damage total from the stamina break. Like I said, Blue Hurricane is just absolute trash, and I think I have even more bias against it because of how great it actually used to be, and now again it is just garbage. And it's one of the few Strike Ultimates that I consider absolute garbage in this game, because even though there are not many, a lot of them have gotten buffed to where most of them are just really good and can be usable. I'd say at least the top 15 on are fairly good skills within Xenoverse 2. But moving on to the next skill on this list, guys, we have another one, the only other one that I really consider trash as far as a Strike Ultimate goes within Xenoverse 2, and that is Burning Spin. Burning Spin is another move, guys, that I just honestly do not think is really good. The move, it used to be very good, but one, you have to be very accurate with it. If your opponent gets sent off like that, your whole combo can be messed up. I've gotten combos up to like 12k with it, but that is literally staying on my opponent at all times, keeping the thing going and not missing one hit within the process. I've got it to like 12.5 or somewhere around there. I forget the exact damage, but again, that's the kind of damage you're looking at from this move in a stamina break against an opponent like Trunks, who has a little bit over 8 bars of stamina. So again, the move is just really not good in my opinion, and that's why I consider it one of the 2 trash moves when it comes to the Strike Ultimates. These 2 are by far the worst in my opinion. From here on, the skills do get better, but like I said, from 15 on, I feel like those skills really can be good and very usable when it comes to online play. Now, moving on to the next skill on this list, guys, we have one that honestly, like I said, this is where it just gets better. Like, for me, these skills are all usable online from here on out. I said the top 15, but I really thought about it. Honestly, you can use most of these skills online without any issue. Super Elite Combo, ever since it has been fixed to where it is a lot more consistent with that beam actually hitting online, it is a fairly usable skill. It does 8,199 damage. It's not the best in the world. It does take a fairly good amount of time in terms of startup and how long your opponent gets like stamina back. As you guys see, by the time I'm done with the pose and all that, Trunks has already gotten about 5 bars of stamina. By the time I get to him, he's recovered about 6 bars of stamina back. So it doesn't leave you the most time for a stamina break combo. But again, it is not a bad move, and one that you can definitely use online without doubt. Now, the next skill on this list, some people may feel a little way about, but I don't understand why people like this skill besides the disrespect factor. Besides disrespect, Darkness Rush Melee is really just an okay move. Like I said, it's definitely usable online without doubt. Fairly decent damage, 8,782, but overall, when it comes to like a full-on stamina break combo, there's not going to be that much time, like I said, you have to put something together if your opponent has 8 or less bars of stamina. Now you can put together a decent combo with it, but again, you got to keep in mind you have to make sure that you land it and land it fully with the I-beam and everything before your opponent's stamina comes back, because if it comes back before that I-beam comes out, of course they will be able to use an evasive and you're not getting max damage from it. As you see, it lets your opponent recover about 5.5 bars of stamina, which again, the move is not bad. It's just compared to other skills on this list, I feel that it definitely deserves to be ranked down here. Moving on though, guys, to the number 16 skill on this list, we have Unrelenting Barrage. Unrelenting Barrage, honestly, in my opinion, is not a bad skill at all. It used to not do as much damage as it does now. As you see, 9,953. It does take a bit of time for the move to fully land. It gives your opponent about 5 bars of stamina back before you can actually get to them and get on them during the stamina break to continue the combo. But that is a little bit faster than Darkness Rush, and it does more damage than Darkness Rush. So that is why I have this move coming ahead. Darkness Rush on this list of strike ultimates in Xenoverse 2. Again, it does about 1200 more damage. You can get to your opponent just as fast, if not a little bit faster, and keep a combo going and potentially do a little bit more in terms of a stamina break combo as well. But moving on to the next move on this list, guys, we have Paralysis. Paralysis is a skill that honestly it's gotten some buffs and it's not too bad now. As you see, for one, it does 8,786 damage, and two, it literally freezes your opponent right there to where you can like link ultimates and things of that nature. Let me use meditation really quick just to show the simple fact that you can link ultimates. Unrelenting Barrage obviously is not the best ultimate to link with Paralysis, but it's something that you definitely can do at the same time. Like I said, you can replace this with other ultimates and just link them together, and as you see, the damage is definitely fairly good when you do that. 18,739 damage from that, and if you use a different ultimate, you can potentially get even more as well. So again, Paralysis is honestly a fairly dope move. In my opinion, it's gotten a lot better. It used to be fairly bad. The damage was not great at all. So yes, you could still link stuff with it before in the past, but again, the damage was not significant enough to where people even really wanted to use it. But now with this, to where the fact that you can link two ultimates, get over 20k damage, I can definitely see this move being used more and some people having fun and potentially disrespecting with it at the same time. So that is why we had Paralysis coming in at number 15. Definitely got some nice buffs to it. Alright, y'all, now moving on to the 13th skill on this list, we have Impulse Slash, guys. Impulse Slash is a move that to me used to be very bad. One, because it would drop. Two, your opponent can get out of it at that point in time if they had a bar of stamina to vanish instead of just using an evasive. I mean, 2 bars of stamina, they could vanish it. And then 3, it did not do the most damage in the world. Now it almost does 10,000 damage. They've taken away the fact that it drops. It's definitely a lot more consistent when it comes to online play. My only issue with this move is that, again, like some of the other strike ultimates that have been on this list so far, it takes quite a bit of time to actually land the move in full. As you guys see right here, just stamina broke Trunks and going straight into the move. Watch how much time or how much stamina he actually recovers from this whole move. He's gotten over 5 bars, and by the time I catch him, he's about at 6, almost 6.5 bars of stamina. So again, you're not going to be able to put together the most of a stamina break combo with a move like this. You have to do something fairly quick, like Sledgehammer into it right away, because you want to make sure you fully land it before your opponent gets their stamina back. Because if they get their stamina back and you're not landing the last part, which is the Ki Blast, that is one of the most damaging parts of the move. As you guys see, at this point in time, you're at 6,000 damage. You're almost getting another 4,000 damage from the Ki Blast part alone. So the simple fact that it does take quite a bit of time during stamina breaks and like for it to fully land, that's the major downfall of this move. Besides that, the move is very dope, and I really do like it now after the buffs that it has gotten. But moving on to the 13th skill that we have, guys, we have Victory Rush coming in at number 13. Honestly, Victory Rush used to be one of the best strike ultimates in the game, but that was before pretty much every strike ultimate had gotten buffed. Victory Rush, for the most part, has stood the same. It does 8,200 damage, but the thing about Victory Rush is you can still put together some fairly decent stamina break combos. I don't have the best moves in the world for that, but like I said, watch how much stamina is actually taken in this process and how much Trunks is able to gain back. About 3.5 bars of stamina, and you can get back on your opponent by about 4 total bars recovered. So that gives you time either before you use Victory Rush or after to do additional damage and just make the combo very, very good. So that is why I do have it coming ahead of Impulse Slash. Even though Impulse Slash does more damage, it takes more time from the stamina break combo, and you can just add a simple sledgehammer into the combo for Victory Rush with that little extra time, and you're getting 5,000 more damage. So again, that is why I do have Victory Rush coming in a little bit higher, just due to the simple fact that it doesn't take nearly as long to fully land in comparison to Impulse Slash. But moving on, guys, to the number 12 skill on this list. At number 12, we have a skill that some people may be shocked about, but hear me out. Honestly, I could put this skill lower than Paralysis on this list, and that is Sword of Hope. Sword of Hope, in my opinion, just truly is not that good, guys. One, you have to land a heavy stamina break as opposed to a light stamina break, which is you're gonna need a different type of combo, like a lot of the meta stamina break within the game, which is just a 5 light into a light stamina break. That will not work for a lot of heavy stamina breaks within this game, so of course they're not as easy to land. And then 2, you have to start the move up after the stamina break, and it takes forever. So let's check this out really quickly right here. You literally stamina break them, start the move, and then you go. By the time you go into a combo, they have a lot of their stamina back. So there's not that much you can actually do with this move in terms of damage while their stamina is actually broken. As you see with the combo right there, we're getting 14,636 damage. Maybe you can get a little bit more from it, but still you're maxing out during a stamina break combo about 16, 17k at most with this move. Now that really depends on your build. At the same time, I'm saying that with this build in particular right here, that's where I could see it maxing out. Maybe if there was a better way to combo it or something along those lines. But again, the reason I say I could definitely see it behind Paralysis, because Paralysis, you could just use Paralysis, then link another move to it, and you got more damage than that right there. The thing about Sword of Hope, though, it does have that limit burst to where it does do like 30k damage in total, and you can literally kill someone very, very easily with it. So the simple fact that it does have that to go along with it is why I still have it at 12, but that can only be used without limitations. With limitations, that does not work at all, and I do not find limit burst like that cheesy, because if you're going to use it during the stamina break, you're choosing to use that type of stamina break and that type of move to kill, as opposed to some different type of stamina break combo. Like literally when you get stamina broken, whatever they do for the most part at that point on, this point in time. So again, man, that's why I have Sword of Hope coming in at number 12. But now moving on to number 11. Number 11 may be another skill where people are like, what? How? Nani? But again, hear me out once more. We have Dragon Fist coming in at number 11. Yes, the move still does decent damage. Oh, actually, I have to meditate to get the move off. But yes, the move still does decent damage. Let's just test the damage out really quick. It still does almost 12k damage on this build right here, which is not bad in comparison to the other strike ultimates we've gone over so far at this point in time. But you got to realize that, one, it takes 5 bars of ki to actually use. Most of the skills we've shown up until this point all take 3 bars. And then 2, look how much time it actually takes from the stamina break. The simple fact that now you can use your evasive before you get hit from the dragon. Look how much time this takes with a stamina break to fully land things like that. You're not left with much of an actual stamina break combo. 11,705 damage, but at the same time, it takes so much time for this move to land. That is why I have it coming in at such a low spot. Before, when it was unvanishable, I guess you could say, or to the point where if you caught your opponent with it at the end of a stamina break combo, they would still fully get hit. Then yes, that's when it was truly shining, and at that point in time, it did much more damage than any strike ultimate in the game. Most of the strike ults have been buffed to where they are contending. I mean, Impulse Slash is only 1700 damage behind. You got moves, Unrelenting Barrage, 1700 damage behind. So again, there's a lot of moves that are very, very similar in damage, but they take less ki, and some of them, as you will see with the list from here on out, give more time for a stamina break combo to where you can actually do more. So that is why we have Dragon Fist coming in at the number 11 spot on this list. But moving on, guys, to the number 10 skill on this list, we have Death Meteor. Death Meteor has gotten a couple of buffs through the DLCs, and now honestly is a fairly good move. As you see, 9,747 damage from a 3 ki bar ult. Another one that is coming close to the damage of Dragon Fist, but one offers more time to give more of a stamina break combo, and 2 doesn't take as much ki as well, so you can do more in the stamina break combo and use more moves at the same time depending on your build. So now checking out with a quick stamina break combo, which we're pretty much going to do for all the moves in the top 10, just to showcase what you kind of can do. Now we're going to use very similar combos for most of these moves. They will be a little bit different. I forgot to meditate before this, so it might not actually work. I'm a dummy. Oh, it's still fully landed. I forgot to meditate, so we had to wait for our key to get back. But usually you can land a full knockdown after that part of Death Meteor, and you're looking at a combo of about 23,676 damage from that right there. Now, of course, you can do different things without doubt, but that's just an example. Like I said, you have combo ability with this move. It does fairly good damage. The only thing is it is kind of slow on startup, and if you don't use it in certain ways, they won't always land with every single hit and every single meteor. So that is why we have that move coming in at number 10. But now moving on to number 9, we have a skill that used to be higher on the list and has always been in the top 10 without doubt. Always hung around the 5 to 7 area, I feel. But now to me, Spirit Sword is at number 9. Spirit Sword is still a good move without doubt. It's of course a move that still goes through guard, things like that, but you're not really going to use the move in a non-stamina break situation. You're getting 9,663 damage from it, which is less than Death Meteor, and it actually takes 1 bar more of ki than Death Meteor at the same time. But using it within a similar stamina break combo with the Sledgehammer and the cross arm dive, just those 2 startups. Oh, we actually missed the cross arm dive. Hold on. This time we hit it, and I hit the completely wrong move. So let's completely do this combo over again. But doing that same combo, guys, just looking at the damage that you can get from this right here. As you guys see, after you hit the Spirit Sword and it fully lands, you're looking at about 18,888 damage, but you still have time to go into another combo, as you see right there, and you're looking at about 22,701. But now I will say this, that is not the most optimal choice of combo for Spirit Sword. It's just what I have on because it's something to showcase and something that I can really showcase with all the moves within this game that we're or all the strike ultimates left that we have on the list. So again, Spirit Sword is still definitely a very cool move. Love the animation, and it's 100% consistent. That's probably why I have it just ahead of Death Meteor, because like I said, Death Meteor is not always 100% consistent, and sometimes every single meteor will not land. But Spirit Sword now has been fixed in that regard to where the skill will always work 100% of the time. Keeping this list going though, guys, moving on to the number 8 skill on this list, we have a skill that used to be absolute trash before the DLC 8 or 9 update that came to it. This move, Secret Poison, is honestly, guys, a lot better. It used to do absolutely no damage at all. Now you're looking at 8,200 damage. It's very fast in terms of how much time it takes to actually use the move. So if you have ki and you want to put together a fairly nice stamina break combo, you definitely can do so with this move right here. Again, to me, the move is definitely good. Now, another perk to the move is the simple fact that it poisons your opponent, and the poison lasts forever. It does not go away. So say even if you don't kill your opponent online, they will be poisoned, so they'll be taking chip damage from here on out in the match. Or if you're playing in a parallel quest, this is the skill that actually comes in great use within parallel quest. You can poison your enemies in the parallel quest as well with this move, the ones that have like a ton of health, to where even a stamina break combo, you're gonna need like 2 or 3 stamina breaks to actually kill them. You can use this right here and you're gonna get a lot of chip damage again from it at the same time. So again, to me, Secret Poison has definitely gotten a lot better, guys, since the move. Like when the move first came out, it did like 3,000 damage, 4,000 damage total. Now 8,200 damage. It's very fast on the startup. It poisons your opponent. So all around, a very good skill to me. Now I will say one thing, the skills from like 10 to 7, I feel you can flip-flop them and move them anywhere you want. It kind of comes down to personal preference with these, the ones that again are from 10 to 7 on this list. And with that being said, moving on to the number 7 skill on this list, guys, it's one that I'm actually going to need to meditate for because it does take 5 bars of ki. But the number 7 skill is time skip Molotov. Molotov is another skill that used to just be absolute trash. The move was terrible. Now it does 9,662 damage. Yes, it does take 5 bars of ki, and some people may be like, Cab, why you got this move ahead of Dragon Fist if it takes 5 bars of ki just like Dragon Fist but does less damage? Well, one, it takes much less time from an actual stamina break to use this move. Watch where your Trunks' stamina is by the time this move is over, and then I can get back on him right away, and I still have a lot of time here to put together something as far as a stamina break combo goes. So for that reason right there, that is why I have it ahead of Dragon Fist without doubt. And now, honestly, like I said, from 10 to 7, you can kind of flip-flop these moves. It comes down to personal preference. I just think that time skip Molotov is just absolutely disrespectful, and I love that about this move. The move is just one of my favorites in the game. I always wanted it to get some kind of a damage buff. I thought it definitely needed it. But to me, like I said, definitely comes in at number 7. But you can flip-flop from 10 to 7 and put these moves in any order you feel. I feel they're all very, very close to each other. But now, guys, let's take it on to the number 6, where from here on out, I feel like these skills are where they kind of start to separate themselves from the rest and are just a little bit better and get better and better as we get through the top. Alright, y'all, moving on to the number 6 skill on this list. We're going to meditate before we actually showcase it. But the number 6 skill on this list, guys, is Brave Sword Attack. Brave Sword Attack, in my opinion, is a very, very good skill, and it's very disrespectful at the same time, and I've always loved it for that. But you can also put together some very nice stamina break combos with this move right here. Let's put Trunks to guard. And as you guys are about to see with this stamina break combo right here, you're going to get some very, very nice damage from it. We're already at 14,814, and then we hit him with the Brave Sword Attack, and this will combo for you 100% of the time, all day, every day, almost getting 24,500 damage right there, as you guys see. So the move is definitely very good, has a lot of combo potential, does not take much time from a stamina break, which a lot of strike ultimates do, as you guys have seen in this video. And that's the downfall of a lot of strike ultimates compared to key ultimates. Like a Super Kamehameha does not take that much in terms of a stamina break, in terms of how much they'll get back, because once a key ultimate hits and continues to hit, for some reason their stamina gets staggered and does not come back nearly as fast. That's not really the case as much with strike ultimates, because there's always gaps in between each hit for the most part. So again, Brave Sword Attack, definitely a very, very good move in my opinion. And we have it coming in at number 6 for the combo potential, the disrespect, and the fact that you can use it in so many ways. You can use it up close, from far, due to the fact that you just teleport upon your opponent. Now, moving on to number 5, though, guys, we have another skill that is very, very good and very, very good for comboing at the same time, and that is Instant Severance. First and foremost, Instant Severance doesn't do the most damage in the world. It only does 8,785, but again, very, very good for comboing. It takes very little time to actually use, and you can put together some very sick combos with this move. And again, another move that is very disrespectful at the same time. Checking this out right here with this combo, similar to what we kind of just did, but changing it up just a little bit. Instead of actually just flying to my opponent, we hit him right there with the Instant Severance, and then you can go into something else like this right here and kill your opponent or make them use stamina. Pretty much that's going to be death anyway. If they do survive it, they're going to have to use stamina right away, and if they don't, well, they're dead at that point. So again, Instant Severance, very, very good move. You can put together some very, very nice combos with it at the same time. Like I said, I'm showcasing combos with, for the most part, these same moves, because these moves universally work for a lot of strike ultimates in terms of putting together combos within the game. But of course, you can change it up and use different things, and I feel like Instant Severance, Brave Sword Attack, there's just a lot more options and with those, as opposed to some of the other skills we've showcased up until this point. But now we are coming into the top 4, guys, the best 4 strike ultimates within Xenoverse 2. So let's move on to the number 4 skill on this list. Now, moving on to the number 3 skill on this list, guys, we have Justice Combination. Or I mean number 4 skill on this list, my bad. The number 4 skill on this list is Justice Combination. It has always been a skill that has without doubt been one of the best strike ultimates in the game, and fairly cheesy as well if you just use it without a stamina break. Like, you can land this move so easily, guys, and get off a lot of good damage fairly easily as well, because you cannot vanish the move until that last hit, and before that last hit even comes through, you're getting a free 5,500 and something damage anyway. So again, the move can definitely be considered cheese without doubt, the easiest ultimate to land in the game without doubt, but at the same time, it's still very, very good for a stamina break and combos and things of that nature. And why it's really good for stamina break combos, because it takes so little time and your opponent gains so little stamina back. Check this out, guys, there's really no other ult in the game that can do this. As you see, Trunks only gained back a bar and a half of stamina in this whole process of me hitting him with the Justice Combination, and I missed that one right there, but you can literally land 3 Justice Combinations within 1 stamina break, guys. That's how much how little stamina your opponent gains back when they are hit by this move. and 2, just the opportunity that it shows you have for actual stamina break combos with this move at the same time. So again, without doubt, to me, this move is very, very good. It can again be considered cheesy, but still without doubt the number 4 strike ultimate in my opinion within Xenoverse 2. As you see right here, we've already landed 2 justice combinations, and Trunks still does not have his stamina back. Just to show the example, you are literally able to land 3 full-on justice combos, as you saw right there. So again, the move without doubt is very good. It has a lot of combo potential besides just landing 3 of itself, as I showed right there. You can do a lot of things with moves before it and just get a lot of damage overall from a stamina break with this move without doubt. So that is why we have it coming in at number 4. But now moving on to the number 3 skill, guys, we have a skill that honestly I have to switch on over to a different CAC. So we're going to switch on over to my key-based CAC and be right back. Alright, y'all, moving on to the number 3 skill on this list. Again, it is one that still for some reason is key based offline, but when it comes to online play, it is strike based. It is very, very weird, and that is of course Divine Lasso. As you see, 11,500 damage, the most damaging strike skill in the game that is not Dragon Fist, and it only takes 3 bars a key as opposed to Dragon Fist, which does take 5. Now, as you see right there, at times with Divine Lasso, it will not land every hit for some reason. It's very, very weird, but you can get 10,774. But for the most part, when you use it online, stamina break combos, things like that, you do get 11,490. Now, I will say this, I'm not really going to showcase combos much because, one, we're on a key-based build, so you really won't see the damage and full potential from it. But just imagine adding on 11,490 or 10,800 damage to a combo like the Sledgehammer Crossarm Dive Final Blow. That combo right there alone does 14,205 damage. You add this in, you're looking around somewhere at the very least 25,000, and at the very most almost 26,000 damage from that combo alone, and you still may have a little bit of time left within that stamina break. So that just shows the potential with this move. It is a very, very good move, always has been. I love the animation of it. I say it literally every strike ultimate video that we do like this. I always say it, I was very, very glad that they added this in with Rose Goku Black. But that is it for this skill right here and why we have it coming in at number 3. Let's finally get moving on to the final 2 skills on this list. Alright, y'all, finally getting on to the number 2 skill on this list. We have one of my favorite skills within this game, Burning Strike. Burning Strike, honestly, after the DLC 8 or 9 update where the damage got buffed, it became an amazing skill. I would run it even before that, back in the day when it would do like 6,000 damage on a strike based build. Now, as you see, 9,372 damage from it, and the move is literally instantaneous. It does not take much time in a stamina break, so you can put together a fairly nice combo with it without doubt. So let's meditate real quick and then go into this combo. Same setup, like I said, we're pretty much using the same moves in terms of supers throughout this whole thing just to showcase it, and it's really just a set of supers that you can use with a lot of ultimates, like I said before. But as you see, 23,576 damage. We killed Trunks before this even last part of the attack right there. So in total with that combo, what I just did, you're looking around 29,000 damage in total right there, which is just absolutely insane. Like I said, burning attack literally takes no time in a stamina break. Let's stamina break Trunks really quick, and look how fast. Literally a bar and a half, 2 bars by the time he recovers, and you can get back to him in about 3 bars. Yes, I know I look stupid messing it up right there, but again, you can get back to your opponent within about 3 bars of stamina recovery, and if they're in a corner of a map, you are literally right on them right afterwards, as you guys saw earlier. So again, the move is very, very good, does a lot of damage. Absolutely love the disrespect factor that comes with the move as well. And it's always been one of my favorites, even when the move was, like I said, doing only like 6,000 damage or something like that. But that was more at a time when, like I said earlier, all the strike skills within the game really weren't that good. A lot of them have been buffed to do a lot more damage, even though there is not many. A lot of them are very, very usable, as you guys have seen through this video. But now that leads us to the number 1 skill in this game in terms of strike ultimates, and maybe the best ultimate. I don't know if I would say it's the best ultimate just because it needs 10 bars of ki to be able to be used, but that's not hard to get anymore because of meditation, and that is Power Rush, of course, guys. Power Rush is literally still that one-shot kill move will take anybody out for the most part. 20,493 damage. That without doubt is going to kill by the time you actually stamina break your opponent. And if it doesn't for some reason, you still have time after the initial power rush to do more with the combo. You still have time to get on your opponent again and put them through a knockdown combo or something along those lines, to where you're definitely going to kill them after that at that point in time. So again, man, without doubt, I don't think anybody really argues that Power Rush is the best strike ultimate within this game. Very, very good for Parallel Quest as well, because it's just very easy damage. But like I said, as you guys see right here, you can just put together a very nice combo. That probably would have done about 29,000 damage if the cross arm dive would have got full damage displayed from it. So again, Power Rush, very, very good without doubt. The #1 strike ultimate in this game when it comes to Xenoverse 2. But let me know what you guys think about this list. I forgot to mention this earlier, but when it comes to lists like this, yes, I'm showcasing reasons why I think certain skills are in certain places, but it is opinion based at the same time. So let me know what you guys think of my list, any kind of changes you may make to it. And I know it's kind of hard to put a list of all skills in the game down below, but put a list of your top 10 or top 5 even strike ultimates down below in the comments, and I'll let you guys know what I think of your list as well. But as always, man, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this video was helpful to some of you. But till next time, hope you guys have a good day as always. Peace, y'all.